Hello everyone, welcome back to Engineering Space, where engineers break the border of engineering. In this video, we're gonna continue our tutorials in the playlist of artificial and machine learning using Python. And for this time, we're gonna develop one of fundamental basic design or basic project regarding to employee salaries projection. And yeah, we're gonna learn about how to calculate salary of employee based on the hierarchy levels. And why we start this project, basically it start from a trouble that many companies facing, and one of them is calculating each employee salaries depending on their experience. In some company, this become one of tedious process. So in this project, we are going to develop a machine learning to model and calculate staff receipt in not precisely but at least meet the standard of company or HR staff. And to develop this project, we need to use the other model rather than just using a simple linear function, because we can apply something like linear function calculation since most salary values are non-linear. So most of company usually using polynomial salary values for their employees, and break by that condition. In conclusion, we cannot use linear regression models in our calculation. And as introduction, we have also provided a basic dataset of employee experience level based on the hierarchy of their job in this company, and this experience become independent variable and the salary of the employee become a dependent variable. So without any further ado, you can access the dataset on the description, and this is the screenshot of the salary received by every employees based on their hierarchy level. And broke by this dataset, we are going to predict the values for each of the employee experience levels after developing the model. So what we need first is, of course, we need any kind of desktop graphical user interface that we have already installed on the previous section videos. If you want to see the tutorials on this, you can check it on the button on the top of this video. And we need also the SQL library as our main library dataset, and of course we need the dataset that I have explained previously. And we are going to use polynomial linear regression formula with the formula like shown in the window. So now let's jump to the project itself. Let me open the Anaconda first. Alright, this is the Anaconda Navigator window was appear, and let's jump on Jupyter because we're gonna use Jupyter as our notebook. So simply just go to the Python, and then yeah, like what I have explained previously, that we need using polynomial linear regression formula to develop the HR calculation models to predict the salary of the employee. So first thing first, all you need is, of course, we import the pandas SPD, and after that we need also to, because I want to show you about some graphic about dataset that we have been set, so we need to import also the Python plot as with Rick. And after that we need also to import the linear model. I will show you why we need to use polynomial regression rather than using a linear regression. method. So after that we need to pre-processing it as polynomial. Features. Alright, let me try to run it. Okay, we got some trouble here. We got a typo here, sorry. Alright, after we just successfully import the material or sklearn library that we need to process our project, now it's time for us to import the dataset using pandas method into our data frame. So let's define it as df equal to pandas and make it read the CSV files and locate the file of the dataset you have already downloaded on the description. So let me just paste here and then let me put it here, df. Oh no, let me try to run it. Well, I think I have wrong abbreviation here. It should be like this one, sorry. Yep. So let me try to run it once again. Line 1, okay, this one. Try to run it. Still the same, sorry. Read SGSV. We have double abbreviation here. Now we just successfully load it. Try to run it and we gonna see the list of dataset that we have been imported. Let me check it. If it's similar like what we have done. So now it's time for us to take a look at our dataset. Let me try to creating a scatter models here with the parameter of so here label as the independent variable, and also we put the other variables. It is the salary itself, and we define it here as salary. Alright, remember that you should be ensured that you have no typo anymore here. So after that, type also the X label as the, because we're gonna create something like a figure that show the two variables that we have provided in the dataset. So I want to set the hierarchy level as the experience level. And after that, let me plot the Y level as the salary. Let me plot this as a figure. We can also save the figure with the name. Let's see, we're gonna save it as one.png, and we can also set the display pixel into, let's say we're gonna save it in 300 of the quality of the image. And yeah, as a reminder for you, you can also save this figure in whatever you want, and also you can adjust the DPI, of course. So now it's time for us to show the figures that have been created with the X level as experience level, and the Y level is the salary. Okay, let's try to run it. Let me just copy this one. Once again, if you have trouble, it will always show you and prompt you the syntax error, and from here we get invalid syntax that we have forgotten to put the comma. So now, as you can see, we got the figure that's the plotting and scatter models of our dataset. It is the experience level and the salary, as you can interpret from this figure. That okay, but to get better understanding, let me try to apply the linear regression to the dataset. So let me type here regression equal to linear regression. Let me open it as a dataset. Let me try to fit it with the hierarchy level. And also, of course, we need to put the salary also. Let me check it first. Is this code was correct one? Alright, we get over here, and so let me trace back with plotting the X level as experience level. Not this one. And then plot the Y level as the salary. Sorry. Let me try to see it. Alright, I think I need to put it right this one. Okay, alright, it's here. So we should set it is hierarchy level like this one, and then we plot scatter, put it as df. Single figures. Now we put the x-axis also equal to the f, the hierarchy level, y-axis equal to upload it as something like with color. Maybe we're gonna put it in green color. Sorry. With the level equal to and we try to apply the legend, and lastly we put the figures up so we can see it. Now as you can see here, this as the dependent variable. Now we got trouble with the hierarchy level, that we just create a typo maybe in this one, because it cannot be detected, right? Try this one, and now we can, yeah, as you can see now, this is very bad model prediction, so it's not correct to apply linear regression for this dataset, because is to differentiate and have non-linear, not similar in the with the line of the linear regression, right? So, and you should remember that we need to choose a model according to our dataset. And first of all, we need to understand our dataset, and based on the distribution of dataset, as you can see on this figure, it's two difference between each other. So that's why we need to decide using polynomial regression, and using the three regression types should be applied into this dataset, and let us try to adapt our x value to fit this polynomial function using like 1 and then x and then square root the x, and the degree of freedom equal to 2. So let me just type here the polynomial regression should be equal to filters, and we try to set the degree into 2, and after that we need to also define the polynomial that should be equals to polynomial fit, and we try to transform it, and we put df and fill level. So again, I just typo here, I always forget. Now we can fit the x polynomial and y axis by creating our regression object, and which is our regression model object, and we're calling it as fits method, and we try to train our regression model with dataset like this one. Let me show you. Regression should be equal to linear regression, and after that we try to fit it with the x underscore polynomial, and with the dependent variable it is the salary. Let me open it here like this one. Oh sorry, I just typo here, so we put it here like this one. So we successfully import the linear regression. Now it's time for us to create the y-head. So be the prediction of regression, and it should be for x polynomial. Sorry, prediction. Then we try to plot. Sorry, the it should become the hierarchy level. Like this one, or we can also edit here maybe to give you better understanding. Level, and for y, sorry, so we are inside here. The y-head should be have a color. Let me set the color into red. With the level equal to polynomial regression, and let me plot it, and we're gonna see the result. Now this is the polynomial regression of our dataset, and yeah, this is more closer to the model of our dataset, and we can see the our dataset could be fully configured by using polynomial regression. Now it's time for us to scatter our dataset as points and see if it is polynomial regression. Let me plot here scatter, so it'll be equal to df of like this one. And salary, let me show the result now. Now yeah, if you try to combine it, let me just combine this one into this one. Let me just cut this one so you can have a better view. Now this is our dataset based on the spreadsheet or the CSV file that you have downloaded previously, or the dataset, this one, and this is the polynomial regression line that closer to our dataset rather than just using the linear regression that we have done previously. So that's why the reason more suitable we use polynomial regression rather than using linear regression. So after we just understanding about the difference of linear regression and polynomial regression, now I think it's time for us to calculate the employee salaries, right, using the formula that we have been created with. Let's say we're gonna predict the salaries of our employees with the experience level equal to 4.5 years, right? So to define it, you just type here x underscore polynomial and should be equal to polynomial regression fit transform, and we're gonna put here the number of their experience. Let's say 4.5 years old, and we try to predict it using the x polynomial. Let's run it, and here we go. We get a number of the price and our salary for our employees with their experience level in 4.5 years old. If you want to see also, maybe you want to predict the other level of experience. Let's say I want to put it here as 15 to turn it, and this is their salaries based on their experience level. So I think that's all for now. If you want, I think it's also important for you to get this notebook, so I think I need also to print it so you can access it whatever you want and learn without any maybe afraid to lose maybe something. So let me just print it here, and then let me save it here as and we save it as calculation. So yeah, that's all I think for this videos. I think it is enough for today's video, or in this section video about developing project for HR calculation, especially for their salary, and you can use it in your companies or anywhere when you want to consider about or calculate or predict the salary of your employees, or if you become one of HR staff, you can use it to predict the salary based on their experience level. Remember that you can also change any variables, not only just based on their experience level, or maybe you can also put their skills and other things that you may consider to put as the dependent variable to consider the number of their salaries. So thank you. Don't forget to share this video if you think this is very benefit to your college or someone else, and see you again. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.